very crucial moment in our lives. This morning, the Conscience Group, which is made up of all Kogis living in Abuja and far away in other countries of the world, have gathered here for us to make our intentions known as regard what Kogi State's forthcoming election will look like. As a matter of fact, we are not going to pay a lip service, not to find out the fact that we are very important stakeholders in Kogi State. And with regard to our importance, there is no need for us to sit and look because of one thing or the other, not to make our minds known to the whole world. This morning we are all gathered here for us to tell the world what we are here for. And one of those things that we are here for is for us to take Kogi State project as personal project, as a project that is so dear to our hearts, because we don't have any other state apart from Kogi State as a nation to us. Thank you very much, and we welcome you to this press conference. This morning, we want to tell you that Kogi State was created by the administration of Babangida about 30 years ago. This state is made up of prominent individuals who were Igalas, Okuns, and the Ibiras. And we have lived together as one since the inception. And as a matter of fact, in 2015, a new direction of government was ushered in as a result of unforeseen circumstances that happened in our state through the loss of our dear comrade, our dear Adoja, a day of Kogi Conference, who died at the point of victory. And that brought in the second runner-up, the person of Adoza Yaya Bello, who was sworn in January 27th or 29th, 2016. Despite all our support given to him to succeed in the office, the government became anti-people, and all forms of ill political, economic, and social vices were witnessed under this administration, to our dismay. And as a matter of fact, the reckless nature of this government has put a lot of Kogis on toes, especially laying off of workers from Kogi State Civil Service. The new direction government no doubt brought untold hardship on Kogi people, which is not just known to Kogis alone, but Nigerians are all aware of this maladministration. And as a matter of fact, there is no need for further explanation on what this government has brought upon its people. Regardless, we are not here to lament further because the deed is done. And we must not continue in this light, because if misfortune happens, people must come together to find a lasting solution in order to see how the state can be moved to an enviable height to compete with other communities of states in Nigeria. You all are aware of the potential of Kogi State with its mineral resources and human capital development. Then no wonder that up to today we have not where we're supposed to be as a state. We are here to make far-reaching statements for the future of our dear state. Yes, the future of Kogi State, because what affects Enejo on the street of Ankpa, Horse Oiza in Okene, as well as Benga in Okunland or in Kala. We are all pierced by the same weapon, heated by the sun, cooled by the same weather, and we all have the same blood flowing around our blood. Our story is the same. Our future is shared. That is why we call on all Kogis, regardless of place of birth or origin, to rise up and reclaim our freedom, reclaim our destiny and our future. Under the law, together we begin the remarking the new Kogi State of our dreams. Because our cause is just, our means of achieving that glorious destiny is holy, and God will be with us by the special grace of God. To win this next election, we need a man who can stand up and have fearless mind against the corrupt and failed system in our state. A man who has demonstrated uncommon destiny, uncanny political strategy to winning elections. He's a man who is smart, fundraiser, who wouldn't worry about savoring after the November governorship election. A man with a massive war chest to campaign around and across Kogi State of our dream. We are convinced today, having considered all the candidates on all political platforms across Kogi State, going into the November 11th gubernatorial election, that person, that individual, that foster and unifier is no other person but Alhaji Muritala Yakubu Ajaka. Having developed many parts of Kogi State in his private capacity, provided succor to many displaced people by flood in 2022, expended personal resources to ensure the elections of many state and federal legislators in Kogi State, ensured the victory of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Kogi State. Muri is eminently qualified and is hereby endorsed and adopted as the candidate that all Kogas, regardless of ethnic origin, should vote massively to elect as governor. It's also important to make this known that all the Igala sons and daughters have met at every forum to discuss this important issue. We have laid our voice, and today we're all going to stand up from our bedrooms, from our comfort zone, to make sure that this particular, decision is upheld, and by the special grace of God, Muritala Ajaka will be the next governor of Kogi State. We thank members of the press, everybody who have found it very important to come here this morning. We say we thank you all for finding time to be here. God bless you. My name is Idoko Idris, PhD. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Idoko Philip. It's now time, Idris rather, sorry about that. My colleagues, if you have questions, this is the right time to ask. I was actually referring to journalists first. Yes, you ask your questions. Okay, go on. Great part.
Thank you very much. My name is Francis from AIT. For clarity and to give our storyline a sense of direction, I'd like you to buttress on a number of, maybe one or two things. One of them is, we really want to know how this group is being sponsored to come up with this idea. I mean, what is your sponsorship in terms of financial support and all? That goes a long way to tell where the interest is. And then, secondly, yes, second question is, I was just trying to get the attention, is have you tried to synergize, how do you intend to synergize with the various ethnic and regional, people of ethnic and regional origins across the state to make sure that you guys, people are all on the same page, because there have been a number of endorsements? What is different about your own move, or you are just doing the same path as every other person has done? Thank you.
Okay. Are you taking it now, or should we?
No, we're taking it.
So, you understand? You know, sorry. Okay, when question is fresh, the answers will be fresh as well. You know, at this level, your first question was that, to put it short, who is bankrolling this group, if I may understand it very well? And how do we get our fund for doing what we are doing? To put it straight, as you can see, all of us...
Okay, sorry, I will move back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. My solidarity.
Forever.
If I say so, solidarity.
Forever.
My name is Comrade Ibrahim Idapo. And the brother from AIT asked two prominent questions. And I would like to take those two questions one after the other. The first question was that, who is bankrolling us? That is to summarize it. In other words, where are we getting the fund that we are using for this program? As you can see in this conference room, we are most of us here are either working with government, some of us are having companies, we are practitioners in our various professions. So hence, this is an effort of Kogi concerned group called the Igala Conscience, which is the dominant tribe with 9 local governments in the state. So, no one, to put it straight, no one is bankrolling us. We bankroll ourselves. And whatever we are doing, we tax ourselves and fund will come out immediately because of the love that we have for our state. Now, if I've answered that one, the second question is talking about synergy. How are we synergizing with other groups for this endorsement? I want to tell you that for the fact that the name of this group is called Igala Conscience, which is the dominant tribe in the state, we have affiliate associates across the 3 senatorial districts. For the purpose of this press briefing, which we did not take permission from them to mention them in this press conference, I wouldn't do that. But subsequently, we shall do that in due course. So in other words, the synergy cut across the 3 senatorial districts. And prominent amongst them are those organizations from Kogi East. Without missing any words, we can say that we are synergizing with Igala Cultural Development Association, ICD. We are synergizing with Ojuju Agbadu from Igala and some other sisters agencies, sisters organizations, including both Igala Student Association, both at the national level and at various campuses. So if you are talking about synergy, this group has come up with a very huge synergy, full of energy to deliver what we have promised, or to deliver what our dear brother here, Dr. Idoko, has read to you. So in order not to waste much of the time, we are synergizing with relevant stakeholders who know what we are doing in Kogi State. We are also not being bankrolled by anybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello?
Okay, good.
My name is Alhaji Ilyas John from the station of Unity Radio and Television. And we want to understand, on the last part of your speech, you concluded by endorsing a candidate in person of Butola Yakubu Ajaka. And the last time I checked, Butola Yakubu Ajaka is a member of the National Working Committee of the APC. I want to know, being a member of the National Working Committee of APC, can I have the floor, please?
Yes. Go on. Continue.
Go on. I want to have the attention of the person that read this speech. All right. That he's a member of the National Working Committee of APC. What is the position of this endorsement? Is this endorsement still valid? Is this still standing? That is the question.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is proper to put things in their perspective politically. My name is Comrade Opanachi Jacob, and I'm the Secretary, National Working Committee, Igala Conscience. The issue is this. We are talking about what has happened in the past. We are already moving forward already. That was when Moritala was in APC. But for now, we are moving forward with a political party known as SDP. However you look at it, every legal and administrative process is needed to ensure that it is done, it's already done. And there is one sacrosanct point that must be brought out here. Like Frantz Fanon will always say, each generation, out of relative obscurity, discover his mission. He either fulfills it or he betrays it. The current quest and endorsement and the movement you have seen here is not in isolation. It is geared towards achieving a new Kogi state. For your information, this is beyond Igala. This is a Kogi agenda. It is beyond Igala because everybody is suffering untold hardship from the misrule of Governor Yaya Bello, who is now an emperor and have returned Kogi state to an empire. If not, tell me, how can governorship be leaving one local government and you are still pushing it back to the same local government? As liberal as Lagos State is, it has never brought back Lagos State governorship to one local government. And there are visible examples of people that try to hold the people tight with an iron fist. Of course, it will bend and break. You are all aware of what Rochas tried to do with his in-law, who is not even from the same local government with him. You are aware of Lamido's case, which is not even the same local government with him. He wanted to foist his wife on the people, but of course, Governor Yaya Bello, for the first time, have touched the tail of the tiger. And he has agitated the people of Kogi State, not Igala alone. I am sure, and I will assure you, that quite a reasonable number of Igbira people are not going to be comfortable with what Yaya Bello is doing. I'm sure that a lot of Okun people are not going to be comfortable with what Yaya Bello is doing. And for your information, we are in strategic alliance with a lot of other groups. The Igala People's Movement had their own endorsement. It's in line with what we are doing here. Igala Youth Council had their own endorsement. It's in line with what we are doing here. But the most important thing is not all this endorsement, but the journey ahead of us. The journey to redeem the people of Kogi from the shackles of oppression and the manacles of frustration. We have critically gone through what is needed to take power back. Governor Yaya Bello, I think, have made a mistake by turning himself to an emperor and turning Kogi to an empire. Thank you. Good afternoon.
I have one more, and I think it's the last. Or do you have a question? Okay. My name is Maureen Ofe. I'm representing someone from Blueprint.
Okay.
Yes, I report for All News Nigeria. Now my question is this. This press conference is held under the umbrella of Igala Conscience. Yes. And then why I'm asking this question is this. To the best of my knowledge, I understand that the Igala section has ruled Kogi State for a larger number of times. Back to back, you understand?
Yes.
And then, like, this is the first time another tribe is taking the lead to do the same thing that the Igala nation has done.
Yes.
My question is this. Now, why is the Igala nation or the Igala Conscience trying to antagonize or disagree with the same thing that this same nation has done?
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that beautiful question. Democracy can be defined as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. People in this context is the numerical strength of the people that should choose. Now, rotation is a question of an agreement. Can you give me a tenable agreement that have been in Kogi State that power must rotate? No, there is none. If there is, why not open? Have you asked yourself that people undermine the liberality of the Igala people in Kogi State? Yes. Why is it not undermined in Benue State? Until you have stepped up from SSG, Speaker, the rest is what every other tribe in that state gets. I'm giving you a comparative analysis. What we have here is a place that we are willing that power should rotate, but justiciably. Not when you want to foist a candidate from the same local government. If power is going to rotate, is there no Adavi? Is there no Okehi? Is there no Ajokuta? Is there no Ogori? Why is power not rotating to those people that are even close to your own local government? But you are bringing somebody that is from your own ward and your village. This is political. So let me tell you something. What is about to happen is an extension of the political subjugation that Kogi have witnessed for the past 8 years. The next stage of that subjugation is an attempt at annihilation, which is what we are rejecting. You can't subjugate people and annihilate them eventually. That makes it, to bring you back to my statement that it is an empire that he's building and he's becoming an emperor. The current candidacy of APC is Biaya Bello's third term, if you must understand.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Go on. There's a car blocking someone at the outside. Unity Radio Television.
Yeah, once again, I will also take this before I go to repack the car.
Okay.
This is more important to me than repacking the car. I would want to understand again from the organization, Igala Conscience. What is the structural arrangement of this organization? Is it a gathering of group of friends, or it cut across the state, or is it a national? What is the organizational structure of this movement, Igala Conscience, the organization? What is the structure? Hello? Am I?
Yes.
I need to understand the structure of the organization so that we know who and who are involved in this. If it's only a group of friends or a class of people in Abuja or across the country, what is the structure of it?
Okay, thank you very much.
I just want to add something to what you said. It's in line. Igala people are, from your analysis, Igala people form the largest community of people in the state. So, what numerically, yes, based on numerical strength, shouldn't you rather be thinking of truly synergizing and taking your campaign to the grassroots level so that you can mobilize and use the advantage you have, that is the numerical advantage, to favor whomever you want to endorse, rather than because Yahya Bello as a governor like that they are talking about today has the democratic right to support whomever he wants to support, which is what he is doing. So what are your fears that he intends to use other illegal means to usurp democratic powers, or your fears are that the Igala people may want to cooperate with him to also take away powers from the Igala people again? So that is my question.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Comrade Anthony Mona, known as Mona Santos. The structure of this organization, the Igala Conscience, cuts across the 3 senatorial districts in Kogi State. We have the Okuns, we have the Ibiras, we have the Igalas. And we are not shy to mention that predominantly this group is predominantly membered by the guys from Kogi East, that's from the Igala extraction. We are not shy to put that across. Why predominantly we have members from Kogi East is because of how divided the forthcoming election is. It is no hidden secret that Yahya Bello is forcing his cousin from the same local government, the same word on us. So we have to come out and speak in one voice. We have people from Okene, just like we mentioned earlier. We have people from the Okun land, and we have people from the Igala land. As you mentioned, we are not just here. hosting a press conference. We have people back home whom we are in touch with at the grassroots. This campaign goes down to the village woman selling akara on the streets. The insult is too much. The recklessness in sacking of civil servant is not to the Igala people alone. It touches the Okun, it touches the Igala, the Ibiras, and also the Igalas, right? Insecurity in Kogi is on the high. It's not against the Igalas alone. It touches the person from Okene, it touches the person from Okun, it touches the person from Igala land. We are speaking together and saying we must put an end to this rascality. The rascality from Yaya Bello and his cohort must come to an end. And we are coming to speak in one voice, in unity, to say Murtala Ajaka will emerge as victorious candidate come November this year. Thank you.
To add to what he has said, this conference, we have a lot of our people from the village. If you like, we can ask them to stand up for recognition. But what we are trying to tell you is that the message we are sending is a top-bottom approach. What that means is that this, for example, the AIT, where we came from, you do not have office in Igala land or a station in Igala land. If we ask you to come to Kogi State for this briefing now, it might take you a lot of time and you might not even come. Hence, Abuja is the center of Nigeria. Abuja belongs to all of us. Yesterday, we had about 3 buses where our people from the 9 local government and some part of Okun and Ibra came for this program. Less than 15% or 10% of people you are seeing here are not Abuja residents. They are not Abuja residents. So, and the message is being transmitted live, as you are hearing now. We have URTV is transmitting it live back home, and our people at home are listening directly from what we are saying. So it's not a meeting of committee of friends or any other thing. We are pure Kogites, and we have one agenda: to survey the state from an emperor called Elijah Adel. Thank you.
Okay. You want to add something? Just before. Please, this should be the last comment.
Good afternoon, all.
Thank you.
My name is Obache Matthias Kao. I think that's a nice question from AIT. Basically, I'm not disagreeing with my brother. It's a bottom-top approach. Bottom of the pyramid. You think big, you start small. What we're doing is a serious business. It's a notorious fact that the Igala group has a very large constituency. You see, somebody asks again, if it's only Igala listed. No. To get it right, if you go to Okene, you see a lot of Igala population that dominate Okene, and you go to Ungwai. Because following the statistics and demography, if we want to talk, it's so unfortunate. If we choose to have a meeting here today, Igala is a nation. It's appalling for us to start talking about Igala to fight Kogi strong. No, we're fighting Nigeria's struggle as it is. Igala is a nation. So the idea, and that's why we don't have issues. I like the question, the reframe that Yaya Bello. We must congratulate Yaya Bello. If I'm in his shoe, I'll give it to my brother. As long as the constitution and whatever is not limiting us. So for us to have this struggle achieved, it's not just an Igala man talking about Bello give. The Igala people are capable of having our own party, and we've resolved that we are using the SDP. Other states do it. So we have SDP. So if you have majority, people are to align. In as much as we want people to align, we are also consulting. And we are, like me, I'm from the village. They know I'm a local farmer. I just came from the village yesterday. This same conference, we have one somewhere, and other people are aligning. So there's a strategy we are going to have. Sure, we must have the Igala situation room that will make recourse back to our locality, where we talk to our people and we bring information down. We are just here, for some of us are here as a visitor, don't dwell there, I'm a farmer. So basically, I think the struggle is not that who is sponsoring who. For me, it's an insult. At this age, my idea cannot be sponsored. It's a choice and it's a decision. If I don't take it today, I'll have a question to answer tomorrow by my children. Where were you at this particular time? This is happening, this is happening. You cannot take a decision. So basically, I think the Igala people, it's so unfortunate. We don't even need to lament, according to the speaker. Why are we lamenting? Somebody make a choice. We should make a choice. The power is in our hand. And another thing we need to understand is the idea of maybe people study the politics in Ibadan. As strong as the president-elect today, what happened at the level of Lagos? When the people say no, it's no. So if we have a direct jacket of taking power, I think that is back. For even for Governor Yabelo to have secured power 2019, yes, I don't want to even question it. Maybe there is the Igala Conscience, okay, let's have a balance here. Yes. And then if you look at it, if you want to be fair, the Okun, where are they? The Okun, you just stand up and say, this government comes. No, I think it's good, we return back to power. And one thing you need to know categorically, you don't pull power from majority hand, you only negotiate and beg for it. Please, can we have this?
Yes.
If we say, okay, we have agreed. Also, the idea of when we have our power and so we want to negotiate somebody, we don't have any, Bello has not in any way wronged us in the area of the power sharing. But making recourse back to activities of the states, governance, we might have issues. And one thing I want to draw to our attention here is this. When you talk about power sharing and power broking, you look at demography, center, population, resources, and what have you. Mention the resources in Kogi State. It's lying in Igala land. Is it the oil you are getting from Ibaji? Are you talking about the coal? Are you talking about other minerals? I also mine cashew. And let me give you a figure. What we derive from cashew run 4 years as an agriculturalist is giving us what they are having annually from FEC account to the states. That's Kogi East. And we are the largest promoter of cashew in Nigeria. So there, you can see that we're not on, we are marginalized here. We are not marginalized. Circumstance have it that Governor Yabelo emerged, but along the line, I think he has played with it as a minority. He played with it. So then we are back to see how we address things. It's not an issue. Thank you.
Okay, we've come to the end of
In
today's.
addition,
Okay.
many of us are not speaking in emotions. And if we say we should speak in emotions or with emotions, I'm one of the direct beneficiaries of Bello's misrule because I'm one of the SAC lecturers from Kogi State University. I think it's enough for me to be emotional. But with this, we are not talking about this at all. But we are talking about the future of our state. We are talking about the good governance. Yes. We are talking about the future of my children. The children of the poor. Those that are living from hand to mouth. It's so unfortunate, and that must not continue.
Okay, let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of today's news conference. Now, national anthem. Thank you,
Forever.